Mazda is proud to have been named the best SUV brand by U.S. News and World Report. Right now, get 0% for 60 months on both the Mazda CX-30 and the Mazda CX-50. Experience the Mazda difference and save thousands at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good morning.
Music.
It is cheerful music.
It's just popping.
I know. It makes you in a happy mood.
It's like drug bust.
Well, here you go. Look what they hauled in. Ta-da! Welcome to 9 News Now on WAFB Plus. We're here to bring you some cheer and joy as you get your morning started.
I'm never dancing like that again, promise. I won't even dance. Let's talk doctors. I'm just like involuntary convulsions.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing
I don't know what's
over there.
wrong. You know what it is?
Help. He
I'm
needs
fighting
help.
off these gigantic mosquitoes that apparently are all over South Louisiana right now because they're happy it's winter over and summer's here.
Well, yeah, I think they're what happened was we were in that
rain.
drought,
Yeah.
and we finally got some rain, and boom,
Hello.
They're monsters, man. Some of them have teeth.
They really are. And I think it's a specific species. We did a story on this a number of weeks back.
Yeah, we sure did.
It's a different one that could live longer without the water, I think, or the eggs could survive. Yeah. Anyway, it stinks.
Yeah,
It does. But here's the good news, Steve. We've had a fun morning of playing games of what camera are we looking at all day.
I know the fog is real hit or miss in and around the city right now. We're going to show you where it's better and worse. So certainly you can see the dense fog. This is our Sky 9 camera on top of Our Lady Lake looking off to the east. Fog already coming up, the sun already coming up above this shallow layer of fog that we have in some areas. But we take you to our Sky Cam here at WAFB downtown. Look back towards the I-10 Mississippi River Bridge. Pretty clear view here. So, you know, within a handful of miles, you get quite the difference there in visibility. Now, at the airport right now in Baton Rouge, 2 miles. It's been bouncing up and down. But you got places like Gonzales, Hammond, Bogalusa, Slidell, Macomb, New Roads, all reporting visibility near zero. So some very dense fog around New Iberia, 1/4 mile, Patterson, 1/2 mile. So while it's not terrible in parts of the city right now, stay alert as you hit the roadways. Dense fog advisory does remain in effect through 9 o'clock this morning. Slow it down, low beam headlights. Be extra careful with kids that are out by the bus stops as well. Fog should be out of here by 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. Once it's gone, mostly sunny. Low 70s at noon. We'll go with highs in the upper 70s. Turns into a beautiful day. So you can see the HRRR picking up on some of this low cloud cover and fog, and then has that dissipating by late morning. So by noon, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Into the afternoon, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Keeping it dry today. Tonight we're going to see clouds increasing a bit, and that's good news because if we get more clouds overhead, that should actually limit the fog potential. Now let's jump to tomorrow morning on the HRRR. We start out tomorrow generally dry. You see maybe a blip showing up here by lunchtime, so we can't rule out a spotty shower. A little better chance of a few spotty showers late afternoon into the evening. That's 6 o'clock Thursday evening. Couple of light showers showing up in advance of this cold front. Once the front moves through, any small rain chance will come to an end, so that should happen late tomorrow night, early Friday. By the time you wake up Friday, any threat of rainfall will be gone. If we do get anything late tomorrow, early Friday, it's going to be light. Right now, high pressure and control, keeping things quiet. 77 for high today, 78 tomorrow. Again, I think the fog, mostly confined to this morning, shouldn't be too much of an issue going forward. That slim rain chance we talked about. Get ready for a beautiful weekend. Make some outdoor plans if you don't have them. Sunshine Saturday and Sunday, comfortably cool mornings, beautiful afternoons. It does get a bit warmer next week, low 80s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe a few showers during the second half of the week. All right, 7:06. So yeah, we're tracking fog this morning. Obviously, that could have some impacts on traffic. With more of that, here's Jared.
Steve, I noticed on that fog map down in Houma, it said 6.21 miles. They're precise down there in Houma. I tell you, breaking out the yardstick over there to measure that fog. We got more than a few traffic closures. My head is disappearing. Is this supposed to be the deal, guys? Yep. Where my head? Yep. So, like, I'm supposed to stand over here, play Peekaboo. Okay, let me shrink myself down. Nicholson Highland, that's permanent. That's indefinite for right now. I-10 westbound Perkins on-ramp, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's today and today only. Then they'll clear that up. And then the Airline Highway at Prescott, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's going to be alternating throughout the remainder of the week. So today, the closure is Airline at Prescott. Tomorrow, it'll be Airline over at Goodwood. Here's a look at the I-55 corridor. And you can see, thank you, Bobby, for shrinking me down. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. We got a lot of fog obscuring some of the views over there. So the name of the game, the fog isn't affecting every place, but over the Atchafalaya Basin and then farther to the east on the I-55. Here's I-12 at Millerville. Fog higher up in the sky, but as you go low down, it looks pretty good over there. There you can see what the traffic flows. We got the normal traffic up there at I-12 westbound as you go between Millerville on closer to downtown. And downtown New Orleans over to Kenner, the big airport, they're seeing a little bit of fog too. So now it's a bit of reduced time if you're trying to catch an early morning flight. Still not bad, about an hour and 6 minutes at about 60 miles per hour. I-10 west going across the basin towards Lafayette, normal time and normal speed. Stay tuned, we're coming right back.
Well, it's 7:09. Welcome back for some news headlines.
So, a week ago today,
Yeah.
right, in Kansas City, they're getting ready for their Super Bowl champion parade, the rally that would follow that. And now we are a week removed from all that and a shooting that ends up taking the life and injuring another 20 people.
So where does the investigation go? Well,
Right.
we're checking in with our sources there in Kansas City, where this was that chaotic scene just moments after that parade had wrapped up there in Kansas City. Well, we now know two adults are arrested and charged with murder here, but the Kansas City police say more arrests could be coming here, and this is all amid people are still recovering from their injuries. Right. Some of the suspects that the police have in custody or have in mind, some of those people are still in the hospital too.
Right, and investigators say, look, there's you mentioned the arrest to come. They said as this began, everybody who had a gun just pulled it out and started shooting.
Yeah. And
so that's what the investigation is a part of. Again, a week ago today. We'll keep you in the know. Back in South Louisiana, speaking of crime special session, right? And you've got a number of things being debated at the state capitol. We're talking execution methods. We're talking penalties for carjacking. We're talking penalties for fentanyl pushers. A lot going on.
And that's why state lawmakers dealing with that today, day 3 of that special session. So you're looking at that bottom line of text there. A bill could reshape Louisiana execution methods. That's going to be a highly contested topic of debate there at the state capitol today. So some of the options, well, could they include the use of nitrous oxide like they do in Alabama? That's just one of the many things. Of course, you've got opponents of these measures going to be there at the state capitol too, weighing in on this. But Matt, these are just a few things that we're touching on, a part of a larger scale.
Right, so a number of days still to go here. We'll let you know how it all plays out. Just absolute heartbreak in Denham Springs this morning from last night. All of Livingston Parish, in fact, when we talk about this, a fire that takes the lives of 3 people and includes 2 children. The
Livingston firefighters there, Livingston Fire Department and the State Fire Marshal's Office working this. We're told 2 children and a man were killed in a mobile home fire. This was actually at a mobile home park there in Denham Springs. Well, the Louisiana State Fire Marshal's Office tells us by the time that firefighters got to the scene, that house had been engulfed in flames for just far too long. By the time someone was able to call 911, it was just too late. So firefighters making that tough call and having to work on getting those people out, and then the investigation so far. But Matt, you've got a community around that area. You've got school children, classmates, a neighborhood. dealing with all of that today.
So yeah, keep them in your thoughts, please, as you kind of get going on a Wednesday here. Also today, Wednesday, I want to make sure that you know voter registration deadline. That is today. If you're going to be doing this in person, or simply you want to update your voter registration, not just register, today's the deadline to do this in person or by mail.
Look, if you moved or something changed in anything on your registration card, maybe your ID is different, that's going to prevent you from voting in that presidential primary. So take care of that today in person. If you're around an OMV office or by mail,
you can do it there.
Yeah, go ahead and take care of that today. If you want to do things online, well, don't worry, you've got till March 2nd. Keep in mind, though, that presidential primary, it's March 23rd.
Hey, happening today as well, Metro Council's meeting. Actually, they got a couple different meetings, but one of the things on the agendas is perhaps a look forward to something that a lot of folks have some opinions about.
Yeah.
Move BR.
Yeah, it's specifically the College Corridor between Perkins and Bowell Street. There, it's a busy corridor. You got a lot of people trying to get on and off the interstate on top of getting to where they need to go. So that's going to be talked about today at that second meeting there. Again, it's a zoning and regular meeting beginning at 4 and 5 o'clock today. We're going to have a crew there, let you know what comes out of that as well.
All right. Is your crew headed somewhere for summer? Where are you going? Summer break? Look, man, if you don't have plans now, now's the time to make them and figure out where you're going and the costs.
Well, Callie Hubbard spoke with a travel expert that says now is the time to book vacations. That travel expert says Mexico is apparently the place to go. That it's going to give you the most bang for your buck. And typically we hear that, right? Whether you're flying in or you're cruising around. Well, you got a number of options, but if you're trying to save money, that expert says, now is the time to book it, right? Haven't even hit spring break, but you already got to think about that summer vacay.
All right, thinking about what's going on tonight at the PMAC. LSU, Kentucky, men's basketball. LSU just beat number 11 South Carolina.
By 1
Kentucky
point?
just beat, Kentucky just beat 13th ranked Auburn.
Yeah.
Both of those wins on the road. We'll see what LSU can do tonight. Big time game against Big Blue.
8 p.m. at the PMAC. It's going to be a big game tonight to see. All right, in-conference matchup?
Yeah, very, very much, conference matchup. We'll see. And look, Kentucky is not the Kentucky that everybody thinks, number one, number two.
Sure.
17th ranked, still a formidable foe. We shall see. Hopefully by that point, all the fog's gone.
Well...
Yes, should be gone. It's hit and miss around the area right now, but where it is, in some areas, really dense, visibility near zero, some spots. So be careful.
That drive, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And all those closures, too, with the fog plays a role. And some of them can be a real inconvenience. You may need to leave a couple extra minutes earlier.
Well, we sent you that alert through your phone and the weather app, so stay on top of that. Stay in the know. Check in with us in another 10 minutes for a check on your weather and traffic and news headlines.
Increased body length, impressive performance, with the reliability and durability to drive on or off-road. The new 2024 Tundra is pure Toyota. Get great savings on your new Tundra right now at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill, a member of the Team Automotive Group.